With me now is Nader Hashemi, a Middle East political analyst. Nader, this is interesting, too, as we talk about this. We don't know very many details, and I think that's maybe why Canada and other allies, including many European allies, are not part of this Board of Peace right now. From what we do know, what's your reaction to the U.S. president establishing this Board of Peace today?
Well, it's really a Donald Trump vanity project. So it began with Gaza, and what's so tragic about, his plan for Gaza is it doesn't deal with any of the underlying fundamental issues that are at the heart of the conflict in Gaza. In other words, Palestinian self-determination. And basically, the people who destroyed Gaza are now going to preside over its alleged reconstruction. So this plan that Donald Trump dreamt up is now something much bigger than Gaza. It's pretty clear to me, and this is sort of a theme that runs through a lot of the political commentary, is that Donald Trump is trying to establish an alternative to the United Nations, where he is in charge of the entire project. The theme that sort of comes out when you read the charter of this Board of Peace is the phrase "subject to the approval of the chairperson." And that chairperson is Donald Trump, who's appointed for life, and he gets to appoint who's part of this Board for Peace and fire anyone and veto any decision. So it's a major development. It's a reflection of sort of the vision of this American president and how he has deep disdain for the existing rules of the international order and is trying to create this alternative institution that will run the world and deal with global conflicts, but of course with no adherence to the principles that are inherent in the UN Charter and in international law.
Yeah, and I think, when you talk about taking credit for something like this, or being able to, as he's talked about numerous times, ending a number of wars and whatnot. There's no details about the $1 billion, though, that each of these countries are contributing, what that money's going to be used for, where is it going to go. So do you feel that this could do more harm than good ultimately? Because Donald Trump has also, to your point, withdrawn from a number of UN-led organizations and from the U.S. too as well, and is saying that he's going to work with them right now, but doesn't necessarily feel that that might be truthful.
Yeah, the harm is far greater than any benefit. Donald Trump is selling it, as a great step forward for peace and prosperity in the world, focusing first on Gaza, but with clearly bigger aspirations. But what's so dangerous about this is that, there's no accountability. There's no sort of rules that would hold any of the member states, and particularly the chairperson of this Board of Peace, accountable to any sort of rules. It's basically a project that he dreamt up to satisfy his own ego. And it's like he's running this sort of, mafia corporation that is designed to replace the United Nations, where he's in full control. And so it's a disaster. And I think, the ball is very much in the court of countries such as Canada, who've been invited to participate in this political charade, not to sort of give legitimacy to it. Now, the problem is that many of these countries who are on stage with Donald Trump, they want to suck up to him because they're worried about being excluded, having tariffs imposed on them, and they believe the best way they can advance their own national interests is by basically, genuflecting before the emperor. But I don't think that's going to lead to, a better international system. It's just going to produce much more conflict and mayhem, and that's almost guaranteed with Donald Trump at the helm of this new organization.
Nader Hashemi, a Middle East political analyst. Appreciate your time today. Thank you, sir, for this.
Thank you.